We'll start the program. I would like to first welcome all the new candidates who have taken the time to spare at least half an hour tonight for this historical launch. Why I say historical is because I think today's batch of 35 is the highest number of candidates who would have joined a program like this to apply for the working to apply for the nursing jobs in Germany. Then ask Mr. Ramon Hansmeyer to first introduce himself so that he's the main man behind the scene to teach you German language. So he's the one who will, he's very much experienced. He has over 25, 30 years of experience in teaching languages, and he's also half Sri Lankan, so he's like a Sri Lankan to me and a brother. So let's invite Ramon to speak about a few words. And Ramon is very strict when it comes to teaching. So I think there is one guest I have asked to come on board is Kalpani Selviratna. She will say.
I confirm that.
Yes, so she's also now endorsing the meaning of what is really learning German language from Beagle, and what is the difference. And you can see the difference of, I mean, there are other ways of learning from textbooks, but also Ramon has taken it to the next level of teaching German language by automated system. So that is also very useful to you, and I think it's worthwhile mentioning that Ramon's hard work has paid off now for Sri Lankans to get into the German market. So over to you, Ramon.
Yeah, Suneth, thank you very much. Thank you for your friendly words and positive words, and also respect for building this up, because I think when we met in September in Sri Lanka, the situation in many respects was different. I mean, we know that Sri Lanka is now in the deepest crisis, I think, since the war. And yeah, my warm feelings go out to Sri Lankans in that crisis scenario. And thank you very much, Suneth, for basically working hard to establish a way out of this crisis, and in the small way as we can, maybe send several hundreds of Sri Lankan nurses to Germany to then send back salary and help their families and stabilize the whole situation long term for Sri Lanka. All the Sri Lankan nurses, all of you are very highly welcome in Germany, and I think Kai will explain much more about this, but I can already tell you that much, because as Suneth already told, my grandmother is and my grandparents are from southern India and Sri Lanka, respectively. And my father came as emigrant to Germany, and I'm the son of a German mother and basically my father. And so I'm half Asian, half German. And I can already tell you, growing up with somehow a mixed face. Yeah, I don't look typical German. I never experienced any racism in Germany of any kind that is notable. Yeah. So Germany is a very open society. You will not experience this crap like some kind of discrimination that is normal in Japan or Dubai or Arab countries, where basically Indians or Asians, Southeast Asians or Sri Lankans are considered the workers and the second-class mates and so on, and not treated equal. In Germany, you will be equal citizens, yeah, and you will. And also, the difference in Germany is welcoming you to become Germans and to bring your family and to stay in Germany for the rest of your life. Yeah, so basically, it's a one-time investment, and the investment is not small that you have to make now. There's no mistake about it. Kalpani can say more about it later. But you have to make that investment if you want to come to Germany for very sensible reasons. And then basically you can stay in Germany forever, and you can bring your children and husbands. And after 7 to 8 years, you will have the German passport, which, as you know, is the most powerful passport in the world. Yeah, so you can travel everywhere. I can tell you a small anecdote. I'm residing here in the Philippines, and recently I traveled to Indonesia because we are setting up a similar program with Indonesia, with Indonesian partners. And I went to the airport in that's called Naya in Manila, and that lady there from the check-in, she got my passport, and then she was looking at it, and then she was not sure what to do with it, so she asked her superior, yeah, and she said, he wants to go to Indonesia. Can we allow that? Does he need a visa or something? The superior said, I understand bit Tagalog. She said, Tanga, are you stupid? That's German passport. You can travel everywhere without visa. Yeah. So yeah, if you want that, in 8 years it can be yours. Anyways, back to the topic. I told you there's a big investment that you have to make. Yeah, and that's really a big investment. And that investment is not in money. The money is basically all reimbursed by Kai, nearly everything. Kai pays everything for you, nearly everything. What you have to, maybe he corrects me in some small way, but basically he's ready to finance most of your way to Germany. But what you have to invest is time. Yeah, learning a new language from scratch, especially a language that is not connected to Sinhalese or Tamil, but very connected to English, by the way. It's a lot of work. Yeah, and you cannot do it just flying by. Yeah, you have, if you're still working, basically I can tell you for the next 7 to 8 months, you have the following choice. There's 3 elements. Yeah, and you have to sacrifice, basically there's 4 elements, and you have to sacrifice at least one of them. Yeah, you need to sleep. Maybe you have your work, you have learning German, and you have your free time. Yeah, these might be the 4 elements of your life in the next 8 months. You have to sacrifice one of them. So either you stop sleeping, you stop working, you don't learn German, or you sacrifice your free time. Yeah, but basically one of them has to go, because otherwise you will not be able to learn German in 7 to 8 months. Yeah, before you enter this program, you must be very conscious of this. Yeah, if you want to continue working, forget about your free time more or less in the next 7 to 8 months. Yeah. If you stop working, you have free time and you can learn German. Or if you do only half-time work, then you have some free time, but you have to focus on German. But you have to reserve 5 to 6 hours every day, Monday to Friday, to learn the German language. Otherwise, it will not work. I promise you already now. Yeah. I've been living 6, 7 years now in the Philippines. And I experienced Sri Lankan system very similar to the Filipino system, meaning your school system is much more easygoing than anything you can experience in my school. Yeah, whatever you had, how much you had to learn in high school, how much you had to learn in your college, for most of you, it's not comparable to how much you have to invest in the German language course you have to do over the next 6, 7 months. Yeah, so please be prepared. Be mentally prepared and make an active decision if you're really ready mentally to invest that time and effort into this program. Usually many classes, many of them already, after 1 or 2 weeks, they stop because they did not expect that they really have to work. When I tell them you really have to work, they don't believe me. They think, he's making big words. But in reality, we can just breeze by. We will attend the grammar classes, and then we go back drinking coffee, going to our work, and then somehow we will pass. That will not happen, I promise you. And in the end, it's not my decision, by the way. Yeah, the German government certified a certain number of exam systems. Yeah, they certified 4 exam systems the German government accepts for this program. 2 of the exam systems I am accredited for. Yeah, for 2 of the exam systems, my school is offering these exams. And hopefully soon we will bring also one of them at least to Sri Lanka. Yeah, I myself, I'm an examiner of 2 of them, but the final decision rests in Europe for these, if you pass these exams. It's not my discretion if you will pass these exams or not. We will send all the documents to Europe, and then neutral examiners controlled by Germany will be judging if your German skills are good or not. Yeah. The good news is when you pass the B1 exam, which is not easy, your way to Germany is made. Nothing can stop you anymore. On the other hand, the bad news is if you do not pass the B1 exam, nothing can bring you to Germany. Yeah, Kai will not have a magic trick in his head to somehow magically bring you to Germany if you do not pass B1. You cannot do anything. There's nothing in his script. Yeah. So I experienced many Southeast Asians, many Filipinos. They think, we're in the responsibility of the agency. Somehow they will make us go to Germany, even if we don't learn. Somehow they want us there. Somehow they make a trick, and somehow it will be possible. And then the shock is big after they don't pass two times the B2 exam or B1 exam. Many times it's the B2 exam. It then comes the message, okay, you cannot go to Germany, and game over. Stay in the Philippines. Goodbye. Yeah, they are shocked by this result, but that's reality. You have to pass the language exam. Yeah, and so make a conscious decision to invest the time, or maybe not. If you say that's too much, I prefer to be a nurse in Sri Lanka, I don't want to go anymore, then better not. Yeah. Then other things, why not go to UK, Australia, and so on? I would say because what speaks for Germany? Germany is much more integrative. Yeah, as I already said, zero racism. You will be exactly on the same level as any German nurse. Earnings are very, very good. Kai can say more about this. And as an extra bonus, Germany is directly next to Switzerland. Switzerland is the richest country in Europe, and the earnings of nurses in Switzerland are double that of Germany. So you can rise up to Germany, work in Germany 5-6 years, because Switzerland usually doesn't take directly nurses from Sri Lanka or Philippines. They take from Germany. You work for 5-6 years in Germany, and then you can double your salary again by going to Switzerland. Apply with your work experience in Germany, and then apply to Switzerland, and they will gladly take you. And then suddenly we're talking about 6,000 euros per month. Yeah, your salary. So, and Germany is a great country to live in. It's very open, lots of fun to have there. It's in the middle of Europe. Yeah, you can travel, I think, 30 other European countries without any visa. Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can make a weekend trip visiting 5 neighboring countries. You just go into the train or bus, and within 2 days you travel 5 European countries. Yeah. So it's a great country, lots of fun, and yeah, I can only invite you. It's really worth the effort to go there and invest the time to learn the language. But you need to learn the language. So now I would say, Kalpani, would you continue with your hard experience with Beagle a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Yes.